Welcome to another edition of Dress Up Mom. Today we are in San Francisco at ReLove, which is a vintage and resale shop. It's owned by Delila, who I've been friends with for a number of years. This has been her goal to start this shop for a long time. She's had incredible success. Couldn't be happier for her. When I tell people that the majority of my clothes were purchased with some form of resale, I usually hear something like, "Oh, I never know what to do in those places," or "I'm really uncomfortable shopping in those places." Our goal today is to visit with Delila and help alleviate both those concerns and make you feel much more comfortable and realize that the benefits far outweigh the negatives when it comes to resale shopping. So let's go inside. Here we are with Delila.
Hi.
And we're going to talk tips for the novice resale shopper. I guess I would say my first tip is to try to shop in a nice area. You know, try to go into a good area, because I find that a lot of the clothes are sourced from the neighborhoods in that area.
Correct.
And you get some better quality maybe and some more unique fun things. That's what I've noticed.
Correct.
What are some of your tips?
My goodness, there's so many. For the novice shopper, right?
Well, novice and just anybody that's really into resale.
I would say when you find your favorite resale shop, be it vintage, be it consignment, I say, make friends with the people that work there and get to know them, be friendly to them, because a lot of times what will happen is you build these relationships, just kind of like we did.
Yeah.
You end up building these relationships where the people will know your style, they'll know what you're looking for, and they'll point out maybe something that you didn't see, maybe they'll push, just push your style a little bit, and they can kind of become your sort of personal stylist, right? And they have the know-how, they know their inventory, and they know and love vintage, they know and love resale. So I think that's a great resource. So get to know the people that work there.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Obviously, it's very fun to do that. I guess I would say if you're a little more mature woman, and maybe a little bit more conservative, that's a little bit daunting at first,
right? Because
you feel maybe that you're not cool enough, or you're being judged. I had to get over that a little bit, in the very beginning. So what I've found though is that what binds people in these shops, regardless of age or how people look, is really a love for clothes, right? So the minute somebody steps into your shop, it doesn't matter, right? How, if you're uncomfortable, what would you say to people to make them more comfortable?
Right. It's so easy to say, "Oh, just get over it." Like, just, everybody, but just really be assured that the people that work there love to see you there. And especially if you're a little bit out of your element, I feel like people kind of warm up to you. They kind of realize that you're out of your element, and just admit that. Just say, "I'm a little out of my element, guys. Can somebody help me?" And I think that goes a long way, kind of breaks the ice. Don't be afraid. The people that work there love clothes and love to find, unique pieces, and they're happy to help you. So just introduce yourself and, just be lighthearted about it. Be lighthearted and casual about it.
I agree. And you'll have so many benefits, more benefits than you can imagine. To me, shopping resale, if I think about it, is sort of a version of like playing in someone else's closet.
Right.
This whole concept of playing dress up, we would go into our mom's closets and pick things and find the stories out about the clothes. I love that part. Knowing sort of the stories of the people and channeling them. It's just a lot of fun. But it's different, right? It's different than going into a department store. So what are, some of the things that you would say, the different mindset maybe that a person needs when they come into resale?
Totally. So I would say abandon the idea that you're going to find something really specific, right? Like, go in with an open mind and just see what pops out at you, right? So just walk in and just say, what's going to jump out at me from the racks today? Instead of, I'm looking for this specific thing that I saw on a magazine and it has to look, like this, on this kind of celebrity. Whatever preconceived ideas you have, just let it go and just see what jumps out at you. different vintage shops are going to be sort of organized differently. Ask how things are organized. Sometimes it's by size, sometimes it's by color, sometimes it's by decade. So just get to know the lay of the land so that you're very comfortable. And I would say one absolute tip, I do this everywhere I go, look at every single rack. Look at everything. Don't think I'm just looking for a dress, I'm gonna just look at the dress rack. Look at everything, because that could be the day that you find like your perfect coat or the perfect pair of earrings, you know? So go in with a sense of adventure and exploration instead of a very specific mission.
That is a good idea. I started the video too saying that I always keep a running list of what I'm looking for.
Totally.
And I do that just to focus myself. But like I said, a lot of times that goes out the window and I come in and find something that's just so incredibly cool and great.
That was waiting for you.
That was waiting for me.
That was your
there
piece.
for me.
Yeah.
So what would you say some of the biggest benefits are of shopping resale?
I say cost first and foremost. You're going to spend so much less, and sometimes you're going to find labels like Valentino and old beautiful vintage pieces that are really rare. You're going to find, if you find a good resale shop that has a mix of vintage, current trend, and designer, you're going to run into so many things that you're going to pay a fraction of the cost.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. I mean, I know I bought from you a Prada jacket. I could have never bought that. Or maybe I could have afforded it, but I never would have paid that, knowing that I could get it at resale.
Absolutely.
Yeah. To me, I can't even remember the last time I started shopping in a designer shop or a resale or a department store, because like you said, when you see the stuff at resale and know that you can get it for such a fraction of price.
I think cost first and foremost. The second, and it's up there with cost, is just getting really unique pieces, right, that you won't be able to find anywhere else. I mean, you can't beat that.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
And then don't forget, when you get comfortable with the concept of shopping resale, you can sell back to resale.
Yes.
And we're going to do a whole nother session just focusing on that, but I would suggest people get a little bit more comfortable with the shop and they could do that. But that's a whole nother added benefit.
Right.
And of course, just the green nature of it all, right? So I just have one last question, I guess. What should people be cautious of?
That's a great question. I'd say be cautious of buying things that don't fit you, that are going to be inspiration pieces and that you're going to put in your wardrobe. Just don't buy anything that doesn't fit you. Just flat out doesn't fit. Of course, altering is another issue. Be cautious of condition. I mean, really be realistic about what can and cannot be repaired. And then really just be cautious of not buying, just buying something because it's a great deal. Definitely buy things that work with your wardrobe that you love. Because a lot of times in these places, returns are final, you can't return, that kind of thing. So, buy cautiously.
Okay, great. Anything else you want to add for people?
I just say it may take some getting used to, but I think once you really start to get into the habit of doing resale shopping, you're gonna love it. You're going to not want to shop any other way, or at least add it to the way that you shop. And it's a very green way to shop. I think it adds a whole lot of style and flair and uniqueness to your wardrobe. And there's a lot of excess clothes out there. So, anything we could do to kind of mitigate that.
Well, great. I would say that certainly shopping resale has brought me incredible joy and so much fun, and really added a nice piece to my life. So thank you for talking to us. Please remember to stop into ReLove when you're in San Francisco. Tell them the Dress Up Mom sent you. And until next time, please remember to subscribe to my channel, dress it up a little, and we'll see you soon.